Hi, Avi. I was going through your boldfaced CR methodology and I was trying to apply it again to this GMAT CR question. I was just wondering what your thoughts are on my technique. This is from GMAT Prep. Um, I just will try to use your technique whereby you say you don't really go through the details, you more look at transitionary words. And from the transitionary words, you surmise what the boldface is, just like how I wanted to practice this because I think this is a lateral way to also practice your RC. So I just thought I'd give it a shot. Just wondering if you have any feedback. You can respond via audio because I think it's easier. I think I'm looking for technique more than anything else. I don't really don't care about the answer. But yeah, as a large corporation in a small blah 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 wants its managers to have international experience. Okay, blah blah blah. So So this I've just skimmed through this, but this is important. So it probably did something. I'm just gonna so that way it's just showing up as important. Sorry. So I'm just gonna boldface it out, just like how you had done. So it probably does something. I don't know, probably the fact most likely. So each blah, 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 blah. Hatchnet has found. Okay. So once it's done this is a fact most likely. However, oh, okay, another transition word over here, very important. I'll just color code it, I think it'll be easier. What does it say? That the attrition, so something is gonna flip, something that's not expected, that the attrition is high with many, okay, so this is the flip, that's why you have the however. I'm just gonna skip through this, I really don't care. It's very high, and they're joining competing programs. Hatchnet does use the performance during the program as a criterion, which, okay. This makes it from bad to worse. Not only is the program, not only are people using this program and still leaving the firm, this program somehow is a actual litmus test as to who gets promoted. So it's a double whammy that this program, it's important for the firm, but it's not delivering in terms of people are still leaving. So I think this is telling me how important it is. But another but, so that's important. All right, so but its goal and function can be, I am reading this, but I think this is saying that this is probably, okay, I'll blacken it too. Some so not only its goal, okay, so this is most likely a fact, and this is telling me as found, however, that the results are not really delivering that this program is supposed to, and also it's a very important program. I think what this is probably saying, I did read this purple. I just quickly glazed over and saying that, well, you can do it in some other way. And this is the real conclusion. Therefore, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna read this. Let's cover it. Therefore, so just going. I'm looking for something that tells me this is a fact, whereas I'll actually maybe blacken this too, with a different. So on the first one, I'm looking for something that's a fact. Second, I'm looking for something that tells me you can achieve it. You can achieve what you want some other way, something like that. Therefore, oh Lord, I think this is the conclusion. So this must be a premise then. BF second must be a premise to the therefore conclusion black in black ink. Fact currently first. I think that's what I'm looking for. The first describes a practice that the argument seeks to justify. I I don't think so, because if anything, it is going against it, the argument is actually destroying, or is actually it's not favoring this in purple, so I'll cancel out A. So A is wrong. The first describes a practice that seeks to explain. I don't think it's explaining this. Yeah, this is what I like. It's looking to evaluate it. Is it good? Is it bad? I like this. I'll keep this. First seeks to evaluate. I like this. The first introduces a consideration supporting a policy that the argument seeks to evaluate. Okay, so I like essentially all the same. The second, I guessed most likely, since this is a conclusion, I've blacked it out because of the word therefore. This must be the premise for this conclusion. Cannot achieve. No, so this is wrong. I'm looking for something that says the second is providing grounds for the final conclusion, black in the black. The second provides grounds for holding that the policy is not. The second provides grounds for holding that the practice cannot achieve its. I don't think this is right. So this is wrong. So because it's wrong because I'm looking for something that says that the second boldface is a premise for the conclusion in the black ink. That's what I'm looking at. The second provides grounds. The second provides evidence for concluding that the policy should be abandoned. The second provides grounds for holding that the policy is not needed. I think both of these are actually telling me the same thing. Should be abandoned, provides evidence, provides grounds for holding the. Maybe there is, going back to the green. So I don't see any issues. I don't see any issues with the second half of both D and E. I think the first is, maybe I should go back to introduce a policy. The first introduce a consideration supporting. I don't think this is a consideration supporting a policy. I know initially I thought I did. A consideration is probably a premise that the argument seeks. Whereas I think it introduces a policy, introduces a practice. The first introduces a consideration. I think this maybe is wrong actually. The first is not a consideration supporting a policy. It is the policy. I think this is wrong. So I would select D at this point.